Today I'm going to talk about the Jesus Prayer from the lips of the writings of Saint Paisios of Mount Athos, who died around 2003 or in the 90s? I think it was the 90s. Anyway, Saint Paisios. These are absolutely wonderful books. In English, there's 6 of them. Fantastic books. I got them at my local Orthodox monastery. They're very simple, which is why I'm having a go at reading them in the original Greek alongside the English, and that kind of helps to be learning some very beautiful Greek. Wherever you are, say the Jesus Prayer. In this section, he's saying, look, whatever you're doing, the only people who are not praying, he says, are those who don't want to pray. Those that can't be bothered, really. If you want to pray, just the desire to pray is a prayer. And this, whatever you're doing to bring this, be calm, he says, and so that the devil does not steal your mind away from the prayer. I think that's very good. Be calm. We live in such an anxious world, don't we? I work in education, and anxiety is the order of the day. Busyness. Well, let's try and keep the prayer. Is St. Paisios' message here. Whatever you're doing, if you're getting up, say the prayer. If you're going to work, say the prayer. Say a prayer. Keep in prayer. And thus, whatever you do, he says, is blessed. And also blessed are all who participate in that work. So all of those who are working with you or around you are receiving the blessing of your prayer. For example, when you cook and say the prayer, the food you prepare is blessed, as are the people who eat it. He then goes on to talk about self-activating prayer. Now, this is something specifically very orthodox, isn't it? Such as the great book on the Russian pilgrim goes into length about, and that's a kind of a allegory or even a true story, based on a true story, of a Russian peasant who goes in search of wise monks and wise spiritual people who can teach him unceasing prayer of the heart. That whatever you're doing, if you're asleep, if you're awake, if you're working, even conversing, that this prayer would be continuing. The Greeks simply call it the euche, the prayer, because it's the prayer for antonomasia, the prayer par excellence for them. I sleep, but my heart waketh, fulfilling that biblical phrase from the Song of Songs. Now, he's asked, how does this come about, Haronda? How on earth? He doesn't say by being some Jedi warrior, by, living in a cave and fasting your way to skin and bone. Listen to this. When one becomes aware of his sinfulness, keeps his ungratefulness constantly in mind, his soul will be pressurized in a philotimo-filled way, and humbly ask for the mercy of God. And after that, without exerting effort, the prayer begins to be said on its own. The prayer works within. Humility, humility, humility. This is the essence of Orthodox ascesis, as we've said before, the exercise of the soul in humility. Not being trying to be some samurai swordsman in the spiritual world, some Jedi warrior, but rather a humble, praying soul who's well aware of his sinfulness. St. Paisios says elsewhere, if you feel distant from God, how do you recover it? The presence of God. You simply say, well, God, look how far away I am from you with my sins, my treachery, and this philotimo, this sense of honor before God, this humility, this reverence before God, will draw God's grace, which is God himself, the activity of God, the energeia to Theo, the energy of God, be drawn to us by our humility, by our desire for God. It's not as a need, he says. It's not some psychological, psychopathic need, but because it has become a habit for him, the good habit of unceasing prayer has remained with him due to the work he had done. So our work does matter. We have to work out our salvation with fear and trembling, as St. Paul says, because it is Christ who works in us both to will and to do.